Uh-oh. I saw her speaking with another man. Well, he's dead. The other man is dead. Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Richard with Everlasting Gaming, and welcome back to Her Lie I Tried to Believe. We're off to Vegas. Things have gotten so crazy. Cassandra's gotten a black eye and we're running from the mafia, and now we're on this awesome road trip. So much has happened. We've been through so much. You guys have seen it. I've had to go through it. It's crazy. So let's just see where this adventure goes from here. I'm excited. Let's keep going. It took us another day and a half to arrive at our destination. So 3 days all in all. Since it was on a Friday night that we've eloped, like Cassandra loves so much to say, we are now obviously Monday, late in the evening. The moment we've entered the core of the city, she became ecstatic. At every street corner, she would be like, "Oh," or "Look, look, look, it's so beautiful," or again, "I want to go there, let's go there, alright?" And every time I would just keep my eyes on the road, half listening to her. When I feel like she's pestering me too much, I would simply say something like, we need to find a place to crash first. Be patient, alright?" And then darkness. She was so excited about the trivial things that I started wondering what kind of life she has led up until then. She was a prostitute, right? And why do I feel so much like I'm with a kid somehow? Was it really a good thing to bring her with me? To bring her to such a place? I've never been to Vegas, but if I did, I would be exactly the same way. One thing we didn't have to worry about, though, was our budget. I had lots of economy. Lots of economy, I like that. From my old part-time job, as well as my current one. Well, current might not be the case, but whatever. Since I lived my life up until then pretty much modestly, or more like pathetically, I had more than enough for the both of us for quite a respectable amount of time. And then we go directly to the casino. That's the smart thing to do. Obviously, the first place we decided to hit was the mandatory casino. Yep, and all that money we had just gone in 5 minutes. I mean, that's pretty much all there is to see here, so... We've drunk a lot, and when I mean a lot, I mean we didn't drink as much as think of ever stopping throughout the night. She looked at everything with eyes full of curiosity. Did she change her clothes? I feel like she wasn't wearing that before. The old people on their slot machines would be very intriguing to her. She could gaze at them for 30 minutes without end. When I asked her if she wanted to try, she looked at me with a smile and said, "They look so pathetic, it's almost pitiful. But when you think about it, aren't we the same? We pass our lives routinely doing the same emotionless movements, forgetting even about the meaning behind it. I wonder if there's a God. Wouldn't he look at us with the same pity?" Something so serious with such a smile is awfully strange coming from her. I walked close to her, put my hand on her head, and looked at her silently. I wanted to somehow comfort her, but no word came to mind. That's when she continued. "As long as we're together, let's not do this, alright? I want this to be special. Us. You don't need to force yourself. You don't need to love me. But at least make sure we never forget, alright? Never forget the reason we are here right now. We're here right now because of you and your mafia connections. We're screwed because of you. But whatever. I mean, we're at the casino. Let's have some fun." "Alright, never. I promise." I took her by the hand and led her throughout this maze of bright and colorful machines. But was it a good thing to ascertain her wish? I mean, not forgetting the reason why we're here would mean we would be always fearing to be found. Always running. Or maybe that's what she wanted. She would also look at me with great interest when playing blackjack. You guys, I love blackjack. I know when to stop though. I won 400 bucks once. I was like, what? Money! Yay! She didn't know the rules, but the moment I explained it to her, she would try and help me sometimes. She was smart. Oh, for that she was. I almost forgot how she was at the top of our school once. Excuse me. To think that she has become so innocent. Or maybe she's always been. By the way I imagined her at the time, I thought she was a strong-willed woman that could do anything if she put her mind to it. But I couldn't have been more wrong. She was fragile, delicate, and pure. Any man would have been better for her. Any man. Yet she was unlucky enough to choose me out of all of them. I feel like she kind of chose him since the beginning. That's why she was always staring at him. Uh-oh. Silence. The moment we started to become really wasted was the moment everything started to slowly crumble. Oh no, this is the time when everything starts to crumble. Not the intentional assault earlier or pushing her off a hill when she was like 7. This is when it all goes wrong. Like, Really? I had to go to the washroom because of the alcohol. Demon music from the bathroom. It was so gross in there that I had to cue the menacing orchestra. That's how gross it is. I had to go to the washroom because of the alcohol, obviously. And the instant I got out of it, uh-oh. I saw her speaking with another man. Well, he's dead. The other man is dead. We'll always remember the good times. Well, okay. She wasn't speaking to him more than he was trying to hit on her, but whatever. Her eyes were different than she's with me. She had a stern expression, cold as ice. It was obvious she was trying to get rid of him, but he seemed persistent. Oh man, are we gonna murder someone or something? We're literally like Lois and Clark right now. I came up to them and asked if she knew him. I don't. He was actually about to leave, right? Oh, so he's your boyfriend. Sorry, man, it's such a beautiful woman you have there. I couldn't pass by her without at least trying. He looked at me with that expression, as if what he did was the most natural thing in this world. What did he ask of you? Oh, no. He could tell she was a prostitute, so he probably asked her, oh, uh-oh. I asked her plainly. Nothing. Answer me. I shouted, not minding the people around us. Obvious most of them did turn around by my sudden outburst. She didn't want to answer, but knowing me, she finally looked down on the ground and said, he asked me how much it was for the night. Oh, no. Oh, someone's gonna die. You just treated her as a prostitute? I'm sorry, he repeated back again. But as I said, she's a very attractive girl, so leave. Please listen to him, random stranger. Tim is an absolute psychopath. I said emotionlessly, and without waiting, I repeated the order again. Ooh, the order. Be serious. I said, leave. Even Siri reacted to that. Siri's like, oh man, things are getting serious. Sorry about that. He replied to me, okay. No need to be so cold, jeez. You're meant to be together, you two. I wasn't talking to you, Cass. Leave. Wait for me outside while I deal with this bitch. Uh-oh. What did you just say? The man became visibly agitated the moment he understood my words. No. Come with me. I don't want to be alone. I don't care how he treated me. Just come, alright? Let's stay together. I took a stance, no longer minding her presence next to me. She started hugging me from behind, probably by fear of me jumping on the guy. What are you doing? Stop, you idiot. But before I could finish my sentence, I was hit in the face by the man in front of me. Uh-oh. Someone's gonna die. If you still have that rock, Cassandra, now might be the time to use it. He probably took her action as an opportunity to hit me by surprise. I almost lost my balance, but was somehow able to keep my ground. If I stumbled right now, I would fall on her. A second hit came, and I had no other choice but to take it yet again. I fell on a knee. At the moment, she finally understood what was happening, as she decided to protect me from up front instead. Leave him alone. Don't you see he's not in any position to fight? The guy did stop by her words. But did he say something along the line of next time with whom you were dealing with? But he did say something along the line of next time know whom you're dealing with, punk, before leaving as though he just conquered the world. I stayed close to the ground for some time, while she kept on hugging me. She's trying to protect me. How sweet is that? I sensed rage welling up inside of me, and the only thing she thought to say was, I'm sorry, baby. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh, she called me baby. That's new. Her useless apologies only fueled my anger. I got up from the ground without looking at her and started walking towards the nearest bar. I wanted to be alone. I knew what would happen if she kept on following me, and sure enough, there was nowhere for her to go. I drank a couple of shots on my own. She was sitting next to me, but I ignored her. She didn't ask for a drink herself, nor did she start a conversation, but she kept on looking at me. I was the center of her whole world. That's how I felt at that very moment. After that, I went outside dejectedly. I was so drunk. I didn't even know how I was able to walk straight. That is, if I really wanted to walk straight to begin with. This is what happens in Vegas, you guys. It was night, maybe 2 or 3 in the morning. She was shivering somehow. She repeated that she was cold multiple times over. I didn't really understand how it was possible since it was relatively hot at that moment. Oh man, is she going through withdrawal? Is she addicted to something? Uh-oh. I lit a cigarette and simply looked at one point in space without thinking much of anything. Until... Hold me? Please, I'm cold. She wanted me to hold her, ridiculously enough. Get lost. I'm such an asshole. You know, I'm mean to her whether she likes me or she doesn't. Like, Tim is just like a sadist, for Christ's sake. He just likes pain. She was annoying. But I want to be close to you, please. She didn't change gear, even though I was so frigid toward her. She never did. But tonight it was even more than that. She outright showed her dependence to me. No. She approached me nonetheless. The moment her hands touched me, I pushed her hard to the ground. It's terrible. She fell on her butt, her face slightly contorting in pain. Others were looking at me. Seems like I was the bad guy tonight. You have been the bad guy since the very beginning, buddy. I don't think anybody here likes Tim. Let me know in the comments below. Do any of you actually like Tim? Because I can't stand him. He's an asshole. You tell me in the comments below. I couldn't care less. I didn't feel anything. I looked at her, emotionlessly. She staggered back to her feet, and when she did, she kept her smile on her face. It's gonna be one of those situations where, like, the person I'm with just enjoys being mistreated, because that makes me uncomfortable. She kept her smile on her face, only looking at me. She walked again toward me and said, "Again." I mean, I guess it is. There you go. She wanted to be pushed again. What the fuck was her problem? Well, not that I really minded. When she touched me again, I pushed her in the same fashion I did before. She again stumbled on the ground, got back on her feet, and walked up to me. I started laughing. The crazy thing is, all these people see this, whether we're outside or in the casino, and nobody's doing anything. That's kind of depressing. I know it's a game and all, but still. How the fuck was she so stupid? Doesn't she understand how mad I am right now? Do I even understand it myself? I pushed her on the ground. She was laughing like me, I guess. This time, she had a harder time getting back up. People were eyeing us as though we were not a part of their world. Another species entirely. So people are seeing this, but they're not doing anything. Gotta love humanity sometimes. You're such an airhead sometimes. My anger had totally dissipated, thanks to her stupid act. I helped her back on her feet, and we entered the casino anew. Oh, everything's fine, you guys. Cue the happy music. She was happy. She had locked her arms with me, and she was holding me so tight I had no other choice but to leave her to her own devices. We walked past a multitude of tables, all of which had different ways of carelessly losing your money. That's a good way to look at Vegas. She took notice of one in particular. "I want to try this one. Give me 20. Wow. She just assumes I have 20, but I did say I have a lot of money. Alright. I gave it to her happily, somewhat intrigued by her sudden desire to play a game. I think it's the first time I've ever heard them say in this game that Tim was happy about something. Since we've got here, she was always simply looking my way, happy to see me gamble with no interest in participating herself. She puts the chip, the croupier, interesting word, gave to her on the number 0. Well, wait, you know how it works, right? You do know how it works, right? Yeah, what of it? You know you only have one chance out of 37 while playing like this. Sounds like roulette, I think? Sure. Yep, I was right. The roulette started turning and turning, and soon enough, the little ball slowed down to stop inside one slot in particular. And sure enough, that slot wasn't the number she... Wait, what? Yay, I won, babe. We're billionaires, we're rich, and we're crazy. The world is our friggin' oyster now. How is this fucking possible? Yeah, I know, less than 3% is still more than 0. Still. I mean, things just keep getting better and worse at the same time. She had won a little bit more than $700. She wanted to give it to me, but I didn't accept it. Even if she didn't necessarily work for it. It feels as though she used a lot of her unused luck to win it. She bought us 2 bottles of wine, and we finished the night at our hotel. She was on top of me. Oh, the music changed, and she's on top of me. Things are gonna get weird. She had yet to I always call it, and then it happens, and I'm just like, She had yet to insert me inside of her. Oh. The music was perfectly on cue with that look. She looked at me with those passionate eyes of hers. This is like one of those soap operas. But I love you, Mama. You know, like, what? She had a letter opener in her hands. It was lying around on the bedside table, I think. The moment she noticed it, she took it hastily, as though she had a great idea. She then said, I want to write my name on your body with this. Can I, like, cut it into me? What is... Oh my god. Just when I think I get this game, it just gets crazier. Sure. Oh yeah, I'm just perfectly fine with pain. Carelessly, without ever breaking eye contact with her, I looked at her every movement with great interest. She applied pressure on my stomach with the edge of the thing, but it didn't do much good. Her name was there alright, but it would probably disappear in less than 5 minutes. She was too soft. Still, she was satisfied with the result. I wasn't. She looked at my stomach contemplatively. I took that opportunity to grab the hand with which she held the letter opener and pushed it hard on my belly. We really are obsessed with pain. She likes being pushed, and I guess I like being cut. This is so crazy. What are you... This is how you do it if you want to appropriate me. Do it properly. Appropriate you? I've never heard that term either. I don't reply to her. My eyes were enough to convey my thoughts. I don't want to hurt you, but why the fuck did you bring a knife to my stomach? Well, that's just what common couples do. No. Common couples, you know, hold hands or hug or snuggle or kiss. Let this be a lesson to you, kids. Keep knives away from the bedroom. Once you find out what happens in the bedroom. If you don't wanna, then get off of me. She cried. Right then she cried. But while doing so, she started carving her name on my body thoroughly. Because those weren't tears of sorrow. She was genuinely happy. Vegas is a crazy place. Maybe this is why I haven't been there. I want to go, but if this is what happens in Vegas, then maybe not. The next day I woke up with one of those fucking headaches. The ones where you can't even stand straight. Oh. Are you serious? That's gross. There's so much blood on the bed, you guys. Ew. That's like $200. If you've ever been to like a hotel, like a nice hotel, they charge you a lot of money for things like that. Not that I would know, but like, if there's like any kind of mess or something crazy, like a cigarette smell or you drop some food, they charge you money. But anyway, I digress. First thing I noticed was the blood on the sheets. At first I thought she might have been on her period, ew. But soon remembered the reason as I tried to get up on my feet. My stomach was stinging as hell. He's gonna have that forever. He's gonna date some girl in the future named Stacy, and she's gonna be like, who the hell's Cassandra? It's gonna be this whole thing, and then we're gonna have another novel just like this, and it's gonna be like... When I looked at what she's done, I was extremely disturbed. She didn't go easy on me, alright. You were the one that pushed her hand, for Christ's sake. Not that I would have wanted it any other way. I had to think of buying rubbing alcohol, or else it will start infecting like shit. Yeah. The next thing I noticed was my face in the mirror. That guy didn't go easy on me either. My right eye was swollen, and I had a nasty bruise on my cheek as well. I wonder if I did it to try to, like, make a makeshift painkiller because I was in a lot of pain? That's what it sounds like. She too looked rather pathetic herself. Her ass and lower back were quite irritated, probably because of me keeping on pushing her to the ground the night prior. And I must have been a bit too rough during sex life the last night, since she had faint blue marks on her forearms. And we're not even talking about the headache she must have had too. So what did we do the first thing in the morning? We started drinking. What else? We already looked fucking disastrous. Disastrous. No, I can't say that. So we needed to at least play the part as well. And after a couple of beers, I can proudly say that the headache had subdued considerably. So when it's all said and done, it wasn't such a bad idea in the end. Oh no, you just carved someone's name in your stomach. That was a perfectly fine idea. She wanted to go to the Ferris wheel. Yep, there's a Ferris wheel in Las Vegas. I was literally thinking that. The biggest in the world, even. It is called the High Roller Ferris wheel. If I remember correctly, it's a huge thing that takes almost 30 minutes simply to make one complete rotation. And even though I tried to explain to her how it would be the best ride that kind of attraction during that night, how it would be the best ride to ride during the night, she wouldn't listen to any of it, as if the damn thing would run off on its own or something. In the end, I had no other choice but to comply with her nagging demand. Sometimes she can be very persuasive, I should say. Not that I actually want to explain why. So her first statement upon seeing the thing from up close was, "Whoa, it's so huge. Might be a bit too scary that we're actually here. I want to go to Sprinkles. How exciting does Sprinkles look like in the background? Candy shop. We got a generic coffee place over here. You're not going to pussy out on me here, are you? You were the one who dragged me all the way here. So there's no way I'm going back without seeing what's on top, you hear? It's probably just some clouds and stuff. Let's just go, alright? Oh, no. You won't run away that easily." Put my arm around her hips and bring her really close to me. She's become pretty much my prisoner the moment I get a hold of her. You know, it's crazy that some people are into this type of stuff, but it's true, unfortunately. What are you doing? Let go, let go. I don't want to go. Oh, you sure you want me to let you go? She blushes the moment she hears my words and finally says faintly, as though she's surrendered, "No, please. Keep on holding me like this." In the end, she did ride it, but she sat on me the whole time. Since this is the biggest Ferris wheel in the world, the passengers are quite spacious indeed. The advantage being that we can stand inside and walk from one end to the next. The downside is that we're forced to ride it with strangers, and that, in and of itself, is a deal breaker for me. The idea of even riding it was scaring the shit out of her earlier. Now she's completely engrossed in the view, pointing towards things we've seen on our way over here, or giving comments on things she thought was bigger and whatnot. I wondered if she was even scared to begin with. Maybe it was all just an act, to be able to sit on me the whole ride. What a sly woman. Still, she earned it the moment I bought it. Suddenly, she broke her easygoingness and took a tone she doesn't usually take. "Tim, answer me seriously, alright?" "I'm always serious. No shit." What was up with her? I didn't like the way she was bringing things along. She removed her glasses. Was she wearing glasses? She was. I'm blind as a bat because I did not see them. They were really thin. And looked at me in the eyes. "Do you regret coming all the way over here with me?" "What are you saying, idiot? I was the one who brought you with me. There's no way I would regret any of it." "Yeah, but that's because it still hasn't been a week since we ran away. In no time, I'm sure you'll change your mind. When the time comes, you'll hold it against me." "Since when do you care what I think of you?" She averts her eyes from mine and gazes at the ground instead. She doesn't ignore my senseless words like she normally does. Might have really hurt her this time around. I guess I always have poor tact. As long as I have your name in my stomach, I won't forget the reason we've done this. And if I forget nonetheless, you'll be the one reminding me, alright? I guess that's his strange way of trying to be sweet? I don't know. If only I could. She takes my face in her hands. She traces every turn and corners of it before kissing me dearly. "You're so gentle. You're the most gentle man I've ever known. And I've noticed his kindness since the very moment I laid my eyes upon you." Tim is honestly the most aggressive, angriest man I've ever met, like, in a video game. I've never seen someone so abusive before. So she's obviously not been with a lot of gentle men. What is she saying? She must be blind, or else I'm the only man she ever looked at. No, I'm a vile and disgusting man. Anyone will sooner or later hate me, even her. I should be the one saying this to her, that she's gentle, that she's perfect. Yet I say none of those things. I know the moment I open my mouth, I'll destroy that moment. That seems so perfect. Chapter 10. Something more cozy. Something more cozy is never anything good, and I just spit all over my computer. Sorry about that. After the ride, she said she wanted to change in the hotel room. Every time we go back to this damn hotel room, things get weird and crazy and gross. It's insane. But alright, I think this is as good of a place to stop as any. We've experienced the magic and craziness of Vegas. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like he's starting to fall for her and she's starting to fall for him, but like in their own weird, abusive, pain-induced way. What do you guys think? Do you think that they're developing feelings here, or do you think they're using each other? I feel like they're starting to like each other, even though the way they're expressing it is really insane. But I want to know what you guys think. You guys go ahead and tell me in the comments below. I want to hear from you. Alright, you guys. If you guys like exciting and new games, be sure to hit that subscribe button and tap that little bell so that every time I post, you get a notification. Alright, you guys. Hey, it's been fun. We always have a blast on our wonderful journeys. I always have fun with you guys. So as always, I'm Richard with Everlasting Gaming. Have a good night.